What if the secret to limitless potential was discovered 2,000 years ago, and you've been ignoring it? You've been told the wrong things about success. Work harder, be positive, manifest your dreams. But why do most people still fail? Why do they struggle with emotions, discipline, and self-control? Because they lack one thing. The same thing that made emperors, warriors, and philosophers unstoppable: Stoicism. What if I told you that the secret to unlocking your full potential isn't motivation, but mastering yourself? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at life the same way again. Look around you. Look at the faces of the people you pass on the street. Look at the way they move, the way they interact. Do you see strength? Do you see self-mastery? Or do you see fear, uncertainty, and doubt? The truth is, most people are not masters of their own minds. They are slaves to their thoughts, buffeted by every whim, every fear, every fleeting desire. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This is the first power of Stoicism, absolute control over your mind. But how do you achieve this control? How do you break free from the chains of your own thoughts? It begins with observation. You must learn to observe your thoughts without judgment, like a scientist observing a specimen under a microscope. Notice the thoughts that arise, the patterns they form, the emotions they evoke. Do not engage with them, do not fight them, simply observe them. This detachment is crucial, for it creates a space between you and your thoughts, a space where you can choose your response. And your response should not be one of reaction but of logic. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it based on reality? Will it bring me closer to my goals? If the answer is no, then dismiss it. Do not give it power by dwelling on it. This is not to say that you should suppress your emotions. Emotions are a natural part of the human experience, but you must learn to master them, to channel them in a productive direction. Do not let your emotions control you. Do not let them dictate your actions or your decisions. You are not your emotions. You are the master of your mind. Live by logic, by reason, by principle. This is the path to true freedom. This is the path to unlocking your full potential. It is a difficult path, to be sure, but it is a path worth taking. For at the end of that path lies a life of meaning, a life of purpose, a life of true fulfillment. Are you willing to take the first step? Are you willing to claim the power that is rightfully yours? The power to control your mind, to master your thoughts, to become the architect of your own destiny? The choice is yours, but choose wisely, for the path you choose now will determine the course of your life. Let's face it, most people are at the mercy of their emotions. They react rather than respond. They are controlled by their fears, their anxieties, their insecurities. But what if you could become immune to this emotional chaos? What if you could face any situation, any challenge with unwavering calmness and clarity? This is the second power of Stoicism, emotional invincibility. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher who lived as a slave, said, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This statement, though seemingly paradoxical, holds a profound truth. To achieve emotional mastery, you must be willing to detach from the need for external validation. You must be willing to be misunderstood, even ridiculed, for pursuing a life of virtue and reason. The path to emotional invincibility begins with questioning. Question your emotional responses. Ask yourself, is this emotion serving me? Is it helping me to move forward, or is it holding me back? Often you will find that your emotions are based on irrational fears, on past traumas, on limiting beliefs. Once you identify these emotional triggers, you can begin to dismantle them. One of the most powerful tools in your arsenal is the ability to delay gratification. When you are overwhelmed by an emotion, do not act impulsively. Take a step back, breathe deeply, and allow the initial wave of emotion to subside. This will give you the space you need to make a rational decision. Remember, your emotions are not your enemy. They are a source of energy, a source of information. Learn to harness that energy, to channel it in a direction that serves you. Use your anger to fuel your determination. Use your sadness to connect with your compassion. Use your fear as a reminder of what you hold dear. Emotional invincibility is not about becoming cold or emotionless. It is about becoming the master of your emotional landscape, about choosing how you respond to the world around you. It is about cultivating a state of inner peace that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. This is the true power of Stoicism. We live in a world obsessed with control. We strive to control our environment, our relationships, our future. But the truth is, much of life is beyond our control. We can't control the weather, the traffic, the actions of others, and yet, we waste precious time and energy worrying about these things, allowing them to steal our peace and our happiness. Seneca, the Roman Stoic philosopher and statesman, famously said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This is the trap of the uncontrolled. We allow our minds to race, to conjure up worst-case scenarios, to amplify our fears and anxieties. But what if we could break free from this cycle of worry and stress? What if we could learn to accept the things we cannot control and focus our energy on what we can? This is the third power of Stoicism, indifference to the uncontrollable. The first step is simple yet profound. Stop complaining. Complaining is the language of the powerless. It is a surrender to the whims of fate, a declaration that you are a victim of circumstance. Instead of complaining, ask yourself, what can I control in this situation? Can you control your reaction? Can you control your effort? Can you control your attitude? The answer is almost always yes. Focus your energy on these controllable elements. This is where your power lies. This is where you can make a difference. Train yourself to become unshaken by the storms of life. Like a rock in a raging river, stand firm in the face of adversity. Let the waters of chaos flow around you, but do not let them sweep you away. This is not to say that you should become passive or indifferent to life. On the contrary, Stoicism is a call to action, a call to live a life of purpose and meaning. But it is a call to act from a place of inner peace, from a place of clarity and strength. It is a call to focus on what truly matters, to let go of the things that are beyond your control, and to embrace the power of the present moment. This is the path to true freedom. This is the path to unlocking your full potential. Now you know the truth. The people who control their mind rule the world. The people who control their emotions become unstoppable. The people who only focus on what they can control are free. The question is, will you apply this, or will you stay like the rest? If you're ready to become untouchable, subscribe, because I'm going to break down more ancient wisdom that will make you stronger than 99% of people today. Drop a comment. What's one thing you'll stop worrying about today? Until next time, stay disciplined, stay powerful.